welcome to the tour of the sketchbook, as they usually say. First shot, we have me, messing around with the postcard I got from an art shop. As you can see, I like to decorate. Well, I started liking decorating with my some stuff I find. I typically have a thing for cohesiveness, but here I kind of went crazy. I still like it. Anyway, first page is a list of goals with things I wanted to get better at. I didn't complete all of them, as you can see, from the check marks and the lack of check marks after certain things, but I got a lot done in the time that I spent doing the sketchbook. Page turn. Here I have some OCs doing some more lively poses in comparison to the poses I drew them in prior sketchbooks. I'm really satisfied with these. I really like the color blocking on the page on the right. It's really nice. This one are images I got from Pinterest. The one on the bottom right is from a movie poster, the movie I've never seen before. I'm pretty sure it's something. I just like the girl in the photo. She seemed very peppy. I liked her energy. It made me feel good. I used green watercolor and a green brush pen that I got for free from a class a while ago. Here I drew up some plans for Halloween costumes on the right. Well, the first one is something I pretty much finished. The second one is just a sketch that I didn't want to mess up because I liked it so much. The actual costume was Howl from Howl's Moving Castle, but this outfit he wore was so simple that I don't think it would be that easy to tell who it was from just looking at it. I don't know why I keep pausing while I talk. Sorry. The first idea for the Halloween costume was supposed to be Napoleon ice cream. My hair, while it was dyed this blonde color, and I could make a cherry headband and wear some Napoleon stripes.
Neapolitan. What?
What I went with in the end. Here I drew some poses using my OC, some poses that I came up with, or picture ideas actually. The first one at the top is if you've ever been to a Larry Giant Subs, they usually have a giant gorilla somewhere, whether it be a statue or a painting. And I used to live by one with a giant gorilla head sticking out of the wall. And I thought it was kind of creepy, but also kind of cool. And I thought it would be funny if someone were to take a photo of...
I can't stand it. It sounds like I'm doing a bad Jesse Eisenberg impression.
With the giant head in the back. So the other one is just this is something I knew someone already did. Well, lots of people, I'm sure. Seems like it'd be pretty popular, but I thought it'd be cuter with my OC. This is another image from Pinterest. It's an image of a girl in a diner. She has lots of food. I thought it looked pretty good, and I thought it'd help me work on adding environments to images where I also draw characters and also props, objects. I thought I did pretty good on this one. Even though I covered the original drawing a couple of times, it turned out kind of nice. Oh, here, I really like this page. It's a spread for this movie called Kazekami Girls. And I really like the style of it. I think it's really funny. And I'm really drawn to the overall colors. I'm drawn to the palette and the characters themselves. I really like the main character, one of the main characters, Momoko. That she's kind of evil, but I like her. Her style is really nice, and so is Ishiko's. I think they work really good together. The clash in style just contributes to something really cool to witness, experience. That's what a movie is, experience. One you actually like. Anyway, here was a chance for me to work on likeness, since I don't typically draw a lot of characters, and here I focus more on trying to capture these characters in my style. There are some spots where I think I did better than others, like on the bottom right, for example. I think I could have done better on the profile, but I really like the color palette, which I made sure to include Copic markers. I also included some lines from the movie. One being, "We're friends," well, translated to English would be, "We're friends," and she just stands there not saying anything. I thought that was kind of funny. Kind of feel that way sometimes. Anyway, I think I did a better job of capturing Momoko's likeness, the little drawings of her face, this tiny smug face with the bows in her hair, the different ways she styled her hair. Yeah, still have to work on that. But for the most part, I think I'm drawn to the spread not because it's the best in terms of spreads, but because I put down something I liked and it wasn't terrible for once. Here is another spread, Bee and Puppy Cat. I'm sure more people know about that. With this series, I've been watching it. At the time, there was a newer Netflix series of it that came out. There was a pilot and a 10 episode, I think. There's a pilot and a 10 episode show of it, I think, on YouTube. I know, but obviously I'm not sure if it's 10 episodes or not. I just watched it again too, so it's weird. I don't know. Anyway, I have some quotes here too from the original and from the Netflix series. I can't remember if what I put on the right was also in the Netflix series too, but it's my art, don't tell me what to do. Understandable. With the markers I used when I studied the show's backgrounds, looking at it again now, I feel I could have used something limited since it was a study. Even if I didn't have all the colors for what I wanted to recreate, I could have created something with a similar value that kind of contrast the show has. Made it look as sweet as it is in the show. But it's not as bad as backgrounds go. And I also put notes down there if I feel like I should. I think I have this need to let my future self know that I understand that I did something wrong and that I wasn't just being stupid in the moment. Like, it's okay, I know. My favorite part is the drawing on the upper left of the right page. It's very clean looking and sketchy. That's what I like. Clean but sketchy looking images. Here are more drawings of technically my first OC. She's gone through quite a couple of iterations from middle school to now. Most of the time I use her for sort of characterization through poses and outfits. I think I should do more. I should do more with her. But she's comforting to draw. That's the one. But I think this is also very limiting because this particular character is one I wouldn't want to, I guess in a way, project my feelings onto the way that creators typically project their feelings onto their OCs, kind of like in a therapeutic way, I guess, because I think I have some similarities with her, but to avoid that, in the beginning of her creation, to avoid that sort of self-insert character, I made her different from me in a lot of ways. Some likes and dislikes might slip through when I'm drawing her, but for the most part, she's pretty much her own. In a way, sort of a blank slate that I have plans to do more with in terms of characterization. I come up with outfits that I think would suit her, even though I'm figuring out who she might be. Here I do expressions, the same character. There is one sitting pose, since I thought I should do that. For the sake of the exercise, I told myself I would participate on the first page. Okay, more OCs. Newer ones, actually. The characteristics on the side, they aren't canon at the moment. Just some things I thought I'd write down to explore who they could be. And these aren't their permanent designs, just ideas that I've had that I thought I should get out on paper, and I'm glad I did. It's pretty clean as far as, my pen drawings are. Yeah, it's a little scratchy in some places, but for the most part, I think it's really readable. That's one of my goals. I don't know if I wrote it down on the first page or not, but one of my goals for my art in general. Every time I draw, it has to be something that's pretty clear, despite being complicated in some places. I don't draw a lot of visually complicated things, I guess, but I aspire to, and I want to be really good when I do that. It's also a lot of work, so I want it to be worth it. Okay, more OC stuff. First OC, and second one. Compared to my newer sketchbooks, I don't draw a lot of the OC on the right anymore, but I should probably get back into drawing her more, maybe add her to a story. Here there are just some more poses and outfits. Here you can see I have well, here it wouldn't really qualify as sequential art, but speech bubbles and stuff, comic type work. My style at this point wasn't really the most consistent. And here I draw attention to that in the upper right corner, well, not the corner, the upper right page of the spread. It's the art style. I don't really talk like that, but regardless of it not being consistent, well, that consistent in style, I still like how the spread turned out. It's pretty funky looking, kind of like scrapbooky, even though there's only a few extra pieces of paper on top of the spread. And even though it's not very big, but here I drew some famous red carpet looks. I really like this one. I decided I wanted to practice some more with the Copic markers, and it turned out really nice. From left to right, I drew Ashley Tisdale in her, pretty sure these were her Disney Channel days. I'm not sure if she was on the red carpet or not, but it was a carpet, so I added that in there. Bjork, I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong. Bjork. In her swan dress, because I thought that was cool. I mean, it's pretty inspirational in terms of the ways you can make references in your fashion, even if it's simple ones or pretty obvious ones. And Lady Gaga in her meat dress. I didn't finish the shoes. I'm not sure why, but I really like how the coloring came out. I have this problem with placing a drawing where I want it here. I'm pretty sure I started with the head, so it's a little off the page. You can't see the meat topper that's on her head. You can't see the top of it, but I got most of it. I really like this. I meant to do one more person, but I couldn't come up with anyone else, and then I just forgot about adding another person to the spread. But yeah, here we got the vines. Here's another one that I meant to do a 2-page spread of, but didn't do because I forgot about it. The first 2 vines from top to bottom I think are really funny, and the second one I added in for the sake of recognizability, even though I think that's funny too. The laugh in the background, that adds to it. Here, I guess this could also qualify as working to capture likenesses of real people in my style. I think I did kind of good. Here I also experimented with skin tone markers, and while I think I could have done more, I think it was safer to go with a flat colored option, because I have this thing where if I start adding the shading, the line work that I spent so much time on, just that isn't the star of the show anymore, and it makes me sad. So I like this. Maybe I kind of remember why I stopped and didn't do any more of these. I bought that poster for nothing. I'm a grandmother. Here I did some profile practice, my own profile, because I didn't know what else to draw, and here I'm pretty sure the first 2 for the most part are pretty realistic, but it's not. In a way, it's more fun to practice doing it this way, as opposed to going full realistic. At least I'm trying to capture my likeness. Well, practicing trying to capture my likeness anyway. I like this limited color palette, like it's blue, dark blue, and black. It came out really nice for a pen drawing, I think. Some kind of ink. It might be, ink pen. Yeah. Stars and stuff, because I thought I should fill up the space. It's funny how I considered filling up that space before I filled up the right side of the page. Same problem in this sketchbook. Maybe that should be the goal for my next one. Complete your spreads. Here we have another OC. One that I, at this point, didn't draw that much, but I really wanted to explore character. Yeah. I saw this hat. I thought it looked good on her, but it also matched her personality, so yeah. Here I had some sticker ideas. Nothing I was going to sell or anything, just maybe something I could make by hand and then put on a sketchbook or something. It's from Being Puppy Cat again. Some sweet, and again, something a spread that I didn't finish. We'll deal with that. More OC stuff. See, that is a running theme in my sketchbook. You're gonna see a lot of this character. Like, out of every other one of my 5 OCs, I don't draw all of them, and they're not in the same story, so out of all of those, you're gonna see this one the most. They just feel connected to this one for some reason. I don't have her worked out yet. It just feels right. Here I'm writing down some stuff that might characterize her. And the drawings, based on what material I used, are pretty different, but it still looks nice. The sketchbook nice. Here, an actual finished spread. Since I couldn't come up with anything else to draw, I drew down some snacks that I've had, new snacks actually, and put them on a rating system. I wrote about them, sort of in a journaling kind of way. The first one was a coffee drink I got across from where I live. It's at an Asian market. I like coffee flavored stuff. It's nice when it's not just coffee. There's just sweetness to it. And the second one, they were these Lays. I think I should give these ones a second chance. I was pretty indecisive about these. And I think I should give it another chance. My rating might have been a little too harsh. This third one, I actually kept the packaging from it. It's a sour candy I got from a classmate. So, guava candy. It was really good. Here, the sketches aren't that visible, but I did some object drawing. I practiced anyway. On the right side of the page, there are environments. The one that I actually inked is of an apartment complex. I did a little too up close, but I really like it nonetheless. It wasn't my intention to make it that detailed. Like, I should work on simplifying my drawings, but I still like how it came out. Considering what I was using to draw it, I didn't think I would be that motivated to do that good of a job, but it ended up looking nice anyway. And what you can't see above that is a sketch of a dentist's office that I never inked. We return to the Ruby OC. I haven't named her yet, but that's what I'm calling her for now. That's what I have under the Pinterest board for her inspiration. Ruby. Here's some more characterization stuff. This spread, I think I could have added more blue to complement the other page with all the yellow on it. But yeah, there's some poses and stuff, but none of them too complicated or ambitious. It's like I wasn't even trying to improve, really, just comfortable. The hardest pose was that one right in the middle on the left page, but even then it's not that complicated. Not complicated enough to sort of improve from where I am. That complicated. Yeah. Here is one of the OCs that I already showed on the I thought I'd experiment with these cheap watercolors I got from the $1.25 store. And the picture, it came out really nice, like with the addition of the inks that I already had, the ink pens. But yeah, I think I should use it more, even though well, actually, I don't think I should complain about quality if it came out looking kind of nice. So for now, I'm just gonna say, on the left, I also did more posing. I like how that one came out. You can see the style drastically changes. I took some magazine clippings I found about vampires, the history of vampires, the inspiration for vampires from other vampires, the vampires in media, vampires, their fashion, just educating myself for the purpose of building a story and adding more to these characters. And it was perfect timing too. I was drawing more of them, the two of them, and happened to find a magazine like in the middle of the summer about vampires. I thought, cool. So I bought one of those, expensive actually, they've gone up, the magazines. And I took what I thought would be useful and also some more stuff that I learned. So here are some more environment drawings. The first one, which you can not really see because I did it on the back of I used a paper that is wrapped around the silverware at a restaurant and drew on it. But yeah, it's a tiny image of a Hashigogo's, a restaurant, the first time I went there, a street, and a laundromat. So thought it'd help me focus more if I colored it all in grayscale. I think it looks kind of nice, really nice actually, for one of my background drawings, or environment drawings actually. On the right are more outfits for my number one OC. Well, for now. It feels unfair, but it's kind of true. You can see that I drew her again, and on the left is an image of some cats that I saw while I was taking a walk. they're very nice. The marker I used for her skin tone came out very orange, which I didn't think would turn out that way even after swatching it a couple of times. I don't know if it's my eyesight or the way it looks next to blue and yellow, but I'm gonna have to look into that. Some color theory magic, or maybe it's just me. It's probably me. Here we got some more accurate color, more of that scrapbook type thing that I really like in characterization, posing, well, mostly arm posing, because there's only one full body drawing. Here it's much more toony, sort of goofy looking drawings. Goofy in a sense. I really like the color palette I did for this one. It's very toasty, warm. I gave myself a little guide on drawing her more similar every time. Squares, squares, squares. It's not that helpful. I haven't relied on it too much. But I'm getting better anyway. Some more OC drawings. Her name's Morgan, by the way. Morgan, I'm giving her last name so that it's more complete. I feel like I'm getting closer and closer to a story. But yeah, Morgan. More drawings of her. The image on the right is sort of a concept idea I had. Well, not an image concept idea. Oh, and look, I actually experimented a little more with the poses. They're not full bodied because you can't see all of the legs, but it looks like I chopped them off for the spread, but better. I think it's better. A completion of the series of outfit drawings I did maybe 2 pages ago, I think. And more environment drawings. The one on the top is of the room, and the one on the bottom is of a parking lot. I like the swerve. And the one on the right is, I meant to do a bigger spread for the Barbie movie, but I messed up her face, the full body one, and I did something more accurate on the bottom. So I really like that one, and I should have covered that one. Actually, I can leave it there. It's not what I wanted, but whatever, I guess. More OC. Oh, you won't believe it, but it is another spread-ish of my number 1 OCD. Here, we actually have more than one full-body pose here, and there's a little, I like the sort of superhero landing, the bottom right corner of the second page. I like the blue drawings with the blue background. Looks really nice. It's crispy, if that makes sense. I stole her outfit, the one she's wearing on the left page, the first one, from an image from a magazine. Stole from. It's not permanent. It's just, that's one thing I need to do more, draw different people. And it was on the first page of the things I needed to accomplish more in this sketchbook. As you can tell, I've only drawn a lot of girls so far, and it's not even like a wide variety of them. It's the same 4 girls, with the exception of someone from Pinterest or a movie or a cartoon I've seen. But yeah, that's a problem. Not for my comfort, of course, but for my improvement, since I do want to work in this field, working with characters, people. There are a lot of people out there I can look to in terms of learning. And here is a page that kind of contradicts that. Finally, the first one that I'm turning over, actually, I need to backtrack because this is another image from Pinterest that I used as a reference photo, but I also got down a very, I think, kind of complicated pose, and it doesn't look bad. And she's interacting with something, a lot of somethings, and I like it. This collage thingy is kind of messy, but it's a sketchbook, so it shouldn't take that too hard. And some things never change, though. 2 tiny drawings of my OC in the corner, just waiting to be drawn again. More things that interest me. I use characters from the headers to sort of work on a character design concept, or study it more like. I didn't leave myself room for all of the characters. I clearly prioritized the first 2 more than the others, but I like how I went along with it so far. During my musical phase in middle school, Heather's was one of the big ones that I got into. I watched a lot of animatics and listened to the music, imagined making my own animatics, but not really knowing how to do that. Someday. I think I prioritized so much on the 2 biggest because I had clear ideas for them compared to the other 2 Heathers at the bottom. I can feel it in my soul that Veronica, she's a square, and Heather Chandler, she's triangles. I know there's a lot to shape language than just using one shape, but I thought I'd start by doing something incredibly simple, and I found it fun. And it was nice working with their color palettes too. I should actually do more of this. Not sure why I don't, but it was a nice little exercise. Oh, here is a redraw I found. A redraw I did of this book I read a lot of. Actually, I read a lot of this author's book. It's called Drama by Raina Telgemeier. Am I pronouncing her name? I'm probably pronouncing it incorrectly, but Telgemeier. That's right. I own 2 other books by her, but I own 2 other books by this author. I found this one really entertaining. I really liked this pose the main character did, and I had an idea earlier in the year where I would recreate the panels of the comic and in a speed paint sort of post it on YouTube, but I forgot about it, and yeah, plans that I might return to that. Yeah, but I am, along with cartoons and other live action movies that are really fun and colorful to look at, I'm also inspired by graphic novels, like such as this one. It's really inspiring. Here I just planned out the positions and the composition and the paneling. One day. Here's some more. I really like her style, and when it comes to trying to translate one cartoony style into my style, I sort of have trouble, in a sense that the original drawing isn't so stiff like the recreations I've made on this page. And it's not complicated, but I've also made it hard for myself. Every version I drew is different, and the most accurate, I think, is the tiny one with the arrows on it that says yes, like this is what I want, why isn't it turning out this way? Yeah, I took a note of what I need to work on, proportions and pose. I think that's my biggest problems. If also translating a simple style into mine where certain features have more details. Like this particular style is very simplified. Most of the time the eyes are they're dots, with the exception of it expressing like really big emotions. But here the eyes are closed. It might also just be me needing to develop more of my own style before knowing how I want to translate other styles into mine. But yeah, journey to climb. Something I have to work on. But otherwise, I think it was a good exercise. It helped me realize more of what I need to work on. I really like these books. This one was from Smile. And another unfinished spread to add to the collection. And here I meant to draw a bunch of memes, and this one featured the only good one, the one that I actually like anyway, is the one of the girl with the knives in her hands. And the other ones I messed up with shading. As I mentioned, I have a problem with shading. Sometimes get too ambitious, and I apply detailed shadings to simple drawings and I jack them up. That second image that I covered up was supposed to be of some guy dancing with a cat. I have to find all these pictures, and if I find them, I'll put them on the screen. But yeah, memes that I found funny, and I don't know why I didn't finish this spread. It would have been nice practice. More practice of Rue Beanie. I really like it. It's the same problem with the cutting off tops of the body. Maybe I need to. Other than that, I really like the inking I did on it. This is her in a Halloween costume I considered, and the second one is just a casual outfit with this weird pose I did to indicate walking, but looks more like a jig. I'll work more on that too. And another character on the right who I was developing, but never did much with after returning to this one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was around Halloween time, because I have a couple of costume drawings here. I use that same funky orange marker again. The shading looks better, especially in contrast to that really deep dark background. Yeah, looks kind of nice. The walking from the side looks better. But yeah, otherwise feels pretty empty, even though, yeah, I could have drawn some more on the side. I know I keep talking about the things I could have done in the sketchbook I already abandoned. But yeah, I see. It's only because I think there's a lot of potential. looky here, more OC. Oh wait, this time there are actually doodles of some classmates I've had. What I remember they look like anyway. Yeah, kind of working with, even though it's not on a big scale, I was kind of working with proportions and differentiating body types. Yeah, I think I captured their likenesses pretty good. Simple. It's helpful to break things down. That one head up there is just an annoying boy from middle school who everyone would refer to his hair as a mushroom because it was so mushroom. I'm not sure what I'm doing with the concept. Experimenting, yeah. I'm still figuring out the story. There's also a pose, a stretch that I think I did pretty good on. Yeah. And a little jig, so that's nice. At least I did something other than a regular standing pose. I drew, I guess it wouldn't qualify as caricatures, but my siblings and my style. There's another blank spot on the left, but yeah, I colored in two of them, and my brother at the top. I didn't finish, but I'm not sure why. I might have stopped to do something and then just go into another page, but yeah. I didn't think it would turn out that good when I did the line art, but when I added color, I really liked it. It's usually the other way around. It's a nice surprise. Here I meant to do a sketch and finished inking, maybe even coloring, for a comic showing a scene from when I graduated. I overheard a conversation between two students where in a sort of joking way, one of them said, "I hope you fall off the stage," and the other person said, "I hope you explode and die." And I thought that was funny, more because it was really random. It's like conversations are more entertaining to listen to when you are a part of them. Not that I actively seek out other people's conversations, their business. They just. Oh, here, I think I like this more after I drew it. Like before, I like the blue and yellow combo, even though there's not a lot of yellow. I also like the way I drew this smoke coming from the bike and the swoop indications that I could have drawn somewhere other than the clouds, but I still like the image overall. I think if I had to change one thing, it would to make her hair darker, as to make more contrast from the background. I really liked it. Oh, this is one of my vampire OCs. I don't know what is going on with my camera's being so funny today. Oh, another thing I watched when I was in, yeah, this is Star Butterfly, but in an outfit I saw on Pinterest, and I thought it suited her. The girl who was wearing the outfit had a suit, and I thought of, well, what if she was a regular human, a regular transfer student? And I came up with this. I mean, I didn't come up with too much. The concept was pretty much already there, but I drew her in the outfit and the suitcase. Here I think I was just going back to where it was comfortable, like drawing something familiar, but also trying to interpret something I liked in a different style into my style. I also drew something in the background. And oh, that's my face. I used for a different spread where I exercised drawing my face in my style, but I pick it up and take it away. To the dungeon you go. Yeah, I thought she'd wear a dress and skinny jeans for some reason. I don't know. Maybe I was projecting, but I think it looks nice. And I really, 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 really like this. It's one of my favorite pages. More Pinterest spread, because that's where I figured everyone goes to when they lack inspiration. Here, I don't even think I was inspired. It was more like, I'm gonna draw you, and I'm gonna try my best to do these cool living people justice. The people forming the star at the bottom took the longest. I'm pretty sure that image is everywhere. But yeah, I really like the line work and coloring. It looks so graphic. It's nice. Every day I feel like I'm coming closer and closer to being a professional, and then I draw dookie. But this is me at my best, I'm pretty sure. I save the colors I use and put them in little stars because that's very Pinterest, I think. And yeah, I really like this one. It makes me happy. Even the smaller details in the drawing just contribute to how nice it came out to be. And even though I think that one face on the left looks a little wonky, I really like the shading. expressions are another thing that I've always liked working on. Starting back from middle school, I've been drawing way longer than that, but that's something I really, really like. I like these two expressions. They're really silly. And I hope I capture the feeling of friendship here. Yeah, this one. I think I was feeling pretty goofy after that last one. I like how the drawings came out, and I'm not going to explain it because I feel like if I do, it'll be less funny. Or maybe it wasn't funny anyway, but I don't know. I don't aspire to be humorous, just to make pretty stuff. And back to OC stuff. The sketches, I don't know what it is, what came up, but the sketches on the right aren't that visible. I hope it's basically another standing pose, both of them, but the one on the right sort of alters from that because her leg is lifted up and so is the arm. So here I guess I tried to do something a little different to distract from the fact that I'm going back into old habits. I probably couldn't think of anything else to draw, but yeah, I like this outfit, both of them actually, and I like this purple construct paper, and there's that magenta colors. Ooh, I really think I should have inked those, or whatever. Here are some I actually inked. Someone standing in line at a cafe, well, cafe-ish. It was a cafe slash something else, I forgot. They were holding a drawing event there. I went because I thought I should go there. I think I would have had more fun if I'd gone alone, but anyway. It was a cool idea. I saw someone wearing a cat hoodie, holding a bag, these cool heels and skirt, and yeah, I like that, so I drew it. More OC, and some pants I thought looked cool, and another walking pose. The proportions look kind of funky, but whatever. Another OC Rubini, in addition to Morgan, number one Morgan. I think when it comes to trying to draw more, it helps doing something simple, in addition to the complicated thing you're trying to do. Complicated in quotation marks, because I'm sure there are pretty people who can do more drastically complicated poses than these, but for some reason I have struggles. Anytime I make a drawing with a pose I didn't do the best on, I look at the pretty colors I added. I like the cohesion. It's not the cohesive across the entire spread in terms of color, because it's one color on each side, but I think it matches the character. It's nice. I also changed up the style of it. Oh, the shame. Not because it's a spider sona, but because I didn't do the concept of a spider sona justice. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do going into it, and I don't even remember the spider that I chose. I wrote it down somewhere on the page, I'm sure, before I covered it up with something else, but I just gave up on it because I wanted to do something good, and that's not the point of a sketchbook at all. But I'll have to come back to this. I'll promise myself I'll come back to this, just to do it justice. More of a Rubini, and I like this. I like the blue and yellow color combo. Here's another funky one. I added more stuff to the character. Even if it's little, I think it contributes to personality. There's that thing again where if I use a different material, the style just changes for some reason. I like it, whatever it is, and I think the song that I chose matches. Everything here was completely unintentional, but it makes me happy. Here, some more fan art is fan art of a Sonic fandom on YouTube. It's from Snapcube, and I found it entertaining. It's really good if you want sort of an hour-long video, an hour or two, to sort of play in the background while you're doing something else. I think it's entertaining to just watch it too. I mean, it could be. But anyway, here are some moments I thought was really funny. Speech bubbles and stuff. Up until this point, I had never drawn Sonic characters, but they came out nice, cleaner than I thought it would turn out. But yeah, I actually posted the page on my left to my Instagram. I don't know if I deleted it. It's probably still there. I haven't been on Instagram in a while. But anyway, I like it. This is a nice spread. I don't know why it took so long to spread. Toast and jam and butter. I think I'm a little out of it. I've been talking way more than I usually do. Water. Okay, I got some water. What do you know? Another OC OC page. Her shoes are a lot chunkier than they usually are. I don't know if I was just in a mood to draw the knee highs. Oh, I read that they've come back. So it's kind of cool. And for all of those people who were really into looking on other sites to buy them but couldn't find them, this running pose is kind of exciting. It's more movement that I typically see when I'm in this sketchbook. There's a standing pose on the right page, the biggest drawing that's not boring. It's kind of cute, like holding the crossbody bag and a little leg like you're doing a jig. And then the second one is just, I like that one too. All different quality and inconsistent in design, proportion wise, and kind of the style, but I like it. There's a lot going on this page. So whether I was in a crisis or looking to do something extra funky that day, it turned out kind of, I don't know, fun. Oh yeah, that's what it is. I was trying to make use of the sticker book I bought from the library. That expensive sticker book. Not sure why I did that. Oh, here is a drawing of a building at the beach. I wasn't at the beach because I didn't want to get sandy or step in the water or be at the beach, but I was in the grass next to it, and I just drew the building and the trees, the palm trees. It came out looking nice. I should really do more of these. And on the right, there's some more inconsistent Morgans, some expression stuff, profiles. Oh, right is an ad. It's pretty recognizable, and the left are OCs. The one with the blue background is finished. Second one isn't. Done. Anyway, one color palettes can be nice when they're utilized in a nice way. And here it's devolving into, I'm not sure what it's devolving into, something. I like this character, the lower left, kind of the glasses and the large tray and the funky turtleneck. Everything's just funky today. Okay. But yeah. Oh, an outfit of the day. I drew myself. Actually, it's an outfit of the day for 2 days in a row. The previous 2 days before I actually drew this, I wore these outfits. And it was somewhere during autumn time. It's been a while since I drew myself in this book, but I think I captured my likeness pretty well. I should do this more. This was fun. More for me. I like the little leg, almost crossy pose. It feels like something I've seen before. Something more naturalistic. It's not stiff. And the other one we return to what I've been doing this whole time, but it's not bad. The shading adds to it. Not the shading, but the sort of grayscale coloring I chose to put on some parts. And random butterfly stickers because, as I mentioned, I needed to use up those stickers, and it seemed right. I don't know why I'm justifying it. It's my sketchbook. It's mine. Okay. OC. Other OC for once. Excuse the super square head drawing. Here I'm still building concepts and ideas for her character. I really like the coloring here. It makes up for the parts that I like a little less. But at this point I'm tired of talking about what I don't like, so I'll just focus on the fun parts. It was really fun doing the shading with leather. I really need to go into, it was fun shading what's supposed to be leather. It's nice, even if it won't be part of the character design forever. Here I am playing with ideas of an object rather than a character, because I think I needed to. Phone of futures past, and have this idea where in my stories I want there to be familiar aspects of the world in which we live in, but are different in some ways. That also includes objects and technology that are different. This isn't something that I've built on a lot, nor have I tried to build on it for a long time, but still in the back somewhere ready to be worked on. But I tried doing something different, and I think that's good. See, I'm being more positive. Sketchbooks are for ideas. I gotta keep telling myself that. And I didn't do anything with that page. Here, I did a short story style descriptive thing for one of my classes, and considering all the work that I put into the descriptions, I figured I could use it for something else, like storyboards or like a comic or something sequential. So I turned it into storyboards, or tried to. I clearly never finished, but I like what I have so far. It's another job option that I consider for myself, but one which I need to practice at before I really consider going for it, like really going for it. I said a lot that I really want to do sequential art, but so far all I've done is OC drawings. And while it's my sketchbook, a place for me to feel comfortable or more comfortable doing what I want, I also feel responsible for teaching myself to grow the way I want to. That felt extra formal for some reason. Anyway, we're coming closer to the end, but here is a spread with more than one character on it. 3 actually. We have some quotes from some movies, and I really like with the image on the bottom left, I made a mistake and tried to use a whiteout pen, but the whiteout pen made my mistake an even bigger mistake, so I used it for shading, and it came out better than I thought it'd come out. Happy accidents. They're real. The pose, a little weird, the peace sign one, but I tried, and I think that's all that really matters. More standing pose, pose where I used perspective lines, little perspective lines, but yeah. I think this is also the beginning of a phase in which I'll outline my thinner line drawings with thicker line. It enhances the drawing. I think it does. Pretty sure there are a bunch of art styles that do that and look really nice. I'm pretty sure there are. Yeah. And the very, very, very last page. Yeah, the last page. And it's like a Dear Diary style page. Just in case it's not that easy to read. It says, I almost burnt down our new apartment trying to toast some bread. I just know that's being counted against me. I'm ready for 2023 to end. And the end, that is the end of my sketchbook tour, my very first one. And with that, it's been a little slow, but I think it's the beginning of something, if not big, something new. New doesn't always mean bad. New can be something I can learn from, like this sketchbook, for example. And I think it was really fun talking about my work when all I've done is just drawn and thought about it. Obviously, I think it's obvious, but I'm not the biggest talker. And there's so much more I want to say for so many things that I'm pretty sure I didn't. But for now, I'm glad that I got it out, and maybe a little more enthusiastic to do more of these, if that's something others will like. So, it was fun. It was